side with the feelings that are associated with the sad life that I'm bringing. The tears and the singing. Being alive isn't a gift when there's so much you have missed and so little ring true. The words to you by the people you trusted when it all came down to choosing your ideals, developing your fears. Why sports I always better be black light. Oh, with all the love I have, I'm still alone. This feeling something I would never wish upon anyone. This feeling.
Delivering fascinating subjects, interesting talk, and boobs and fart jokes. AD on iHeartRadio.
Yeah, oh, let's go. Talking that mess, better act like you know. Oh, let's go tonight. Walk away, punk, yeah, bitch. That's right, I know this. You're nothing but a punk, bitch. You're nothing but a punk, bitch. So walk away, yeah, yeah. You've been talking about me for a long time.
Alrighty then. Want a job as a German brothel tester? Apparently that's a thing. Like, it's a real job, too. I guess it's brothels are sort of like Subways in Germany. Like, they're franchises and chains because they're legalized and they're regulated. And one company that owns several brothels is looking for someone to... could be your dream job. We'll get into it in a little bit. Right now, though, let's roll through the rest of the news. Funkhauser, what else is going on in the world?
Yada-da, yada-dee. Ryan Philippe?
Whatever the...
Ryan?
Yeah. Ryan, guy that got to see Reese Witherspoon naked when she was young and hot. Philippe. Yeah.
He says
smarmy little bastard, I think, is how we how we refer to him on this show. But go on.
His marriage to Reese Witherspoon didn't work out because they got married too young, he says.
Right. Also because she's a huge internationally famous movie star, and he's Ryan. How the hell do you pronounce his last name, guy? That's it. You know, having See, when people don't know how to pronounce something, they don't like to use that word in a sentence. And I think that having an unpronounceable name or a name that's frequently mispronounced is a giant marketing error. You want to make it easy. Like, so many people change their name in Hollywood. Why didn't he just change his name to Ryan Phillip or something like that people could understand? And whenever people ask me about this, I say I point to the movie that effectively ruined Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez's career for about a decade. That would be, well, still don't know how to pronounce it. Giggly? Yeah, you know the movie I'm talking about, Funkhauser? You remember that?
I remember talking about it, not watching it.
Not exactly. And I think the reason is, like, say you're on a date and you want to take a girl out, and you're not necessarily trying to impress her, but you're also not trying to look like an ignorant tool in front of her. Are you going to go 2 for giggly, 2 for giggly, 2 for Gilly, 2 to... No, you're going to go 2 for a movie with a name that I can pronounce. And you're not going to want to talk about it. You're never going to want to look like an idiot because you mispronounce something. And I do that all the time. In fact, there used to be bands that, like, I remember there was a local band showcase at a radio station I was working for. And nobody knew how to pronounce this band's stupid name. And I was like, you got to get yourselves a better name. And they're like, oh, no, we really like it. It builds mystery around the band, and it makes people just wonder, how do you pronounce the name? I was like, really? Because on the radio commercial that I made for you guys, because I couldn't be bothered to call you up and ask you how to pronounce your name because I didn't have your phone number, and there aren't enough hours in the day to do this sort of thing. You guys became and more at the end of the commercial. I remember it was like, Papa Roach, 10 years, and more. Instead of having your name next to those guys whose names are established. And he was like, really? You did that? I was like, yeah. And he's like, why didn't you call me? I was like, again, didn't have your number, not enough hours in the day. So if you're trying to get something out there, if you're trying to market it, it's important to have people not feel like idiots when they attempt to pronounce it. Otherwise, you're just going to steer clear of it. They're not going to buy the album because they don't want to ask for it. They're not going to buy the movie ticket because they don't want to ask for it. They're not even going to bring you up in conversation because they don't want to look like an idiot and not know how to pronounce it. And that, I think, is why Reese Witherspoon is a massively internationally famous movie star, and he's Ryan. How do you pronounce his last name again, guy? Yep, true story. Go on. What else?
Former NFL star Darren Sharper has been sentenced to prison for drugging and raping multiple women.
Right. Or as it's otherwise known, pulling a Cosby.
Putting a zippity dip in the pudding pop.
Very good. Well played, sir. It made me think when I saw this, because you look at Bill Cosby. Here's a guy that could clearly get laid. And an NFL star. Guy that could clearly get laid. I have to believe drugging women is part of a larger piece of psychological damage that you're carrying around. Not damage in a way that excuses it, but it's just like, that's got to be some weird kink or some way, like, it means more to them to drug them and have them unconscious and rape them than just being able to have consensual sex with someone. Because both of these people could absolutely 100% get anyone to hop onto their junk, especially Cosby in the prime of his career. Like, you know, like all the women that he drugged and allegedly drugged and raped were all looking to make it in show business. People in show business are shallow, and I don't even know let's just for a second forget the individuals. Let's just talk about people in show business. People in show business are only too happy to hop on someone's junk if they feel as though they're going to get a leg up in their career that way. So I have to imagine that it's part of some sort of larger perversion, this desire to drug and sexually assault women. Because clearly, both of them capable of, both of them clearly probably masters of pork sortery in their own arena without the help of date rape drugs. It's the weirdest, nastiest, ugliest thing I think I've heard of in a very long time. It's weird, right, Funkhauser? Like, the need to drug and rape these women, that both of these guys who could get stuck in as much as they want to.
Yeah, I think it has everything to do with power. You know, it's some sort of power control thing.
I don't know. I can't even fathom what it would be. But yeah, no, I'll go with that. Power sounds like a plausible explanation. What else?
Lance Armstrong wants to be reinstated into the sport of cycling.
Really? After all he's done? That takes a lot of ball.
Sure does.
You're not Karate Kidding that one?
All right, I guess I will.
He only has one testicle. That takes a lot of ball. Thank you. I love how you got the audio from the movie as opposed to just getting the song, because in the middle of it you hear someone get their head kicked in, and it's really cool. Yeah, exactly. You're the best whoosh, around. Awesome. What else? Brilliant.
Scientists say billions of dollars worth of precious metals could be extracted from human feces every year.
So take that, Kim Kardashian. My ass is worth money, too. Fantastic. Brilliant. Go on.
Nevada may legalize medical marijuana for dogs.
Yeah. Great news for owners of sick dogs. Even better news for people who lie about owning sick dogs. Would you? Like, we're both dog lovers in the extreme. Yeah,
and Nevada is like the... I think marijuana is a Schedule II drug or something. It's you can go to jail for having that stuff there. They're really strict.
Really?
Yeah, I guess if Fido can have it, you can't.
So they're thinking of allowing medicinal marijuana for dogs, but not for humans.
Seems that way.
I don't know. I'm all for the opinion that dogs should be treated better than humans in a lot of particular cases. So I'm for it in theory, but I would just never give my dog medicinal marijuana. It's just like too much of an unknown quantity. All right, 2 more pieces of news.
Yeah, my dog is an upper fan. A woman in England hasn't passed her driving test in 14 years.
There is a word for women that are bad at driving. Women. Did you know in certain countries women are allowed to park in larger spaces because it's easier to get into them? It's based on scientific surveys, and these aren't like, these aren't horrific, awful, non-human rights having dictatorships. It's countries like It's not Germany, but there's lots of countries in the world that provide larger parking spaces for women because they think they're easier to get into. That said, every single woman I know is an excellent driver, so that has no basis in truth over here. We were simply doing it for satire and parody. Yep.
I'll agree with that.
One more piece of news.
A cafe in Finland built a 16-foot, 220-pound burger.
You can find it online by Googling the terms "Bite Me Vegans" and "F you, heart." All right, one last piece of news.
A robot named Pepper will host a TV show in Japan.
Big deal. We have a robot who's been hosting TV shows here for years. We call him Ryan Seacrest. A little light on the Karate Kid on that one, Funkhauser.
I would have gone with Carson Daly, but that's just me.
Really?
Oh, man. Remember the TRL days when he'd just stare at the camera, looking all confused?
Apparently he didn't even get paid all that well for that.
Nobody does at MTV.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like, he... Do you think he gets paid well for the work he does now?
Better than MTV, probably. But, I mean, I bet you Seacrest is making more.
Well, Seacrest makes more than everyone. Seacrest is the producer of the Kardashian shows and a lot of other stuff. I honestly, quite frankly, I don't know how Seacrest does it. And we make fun of him because, it's fun. But on the other hand, man, as a broadcaster, this is very inside baseball, but as a broadcaster, that guy is rock solid and unflappable. It's crazy. There's times, and this especially happens in broadcasting, where people are like, I don't know why that guy got that job. He's a talentless hack. But, here's the thing. Seacrest is amazing. You watch what he does on the New Year's Eve shows, where there's essentially cannons going off, people screaming and cursing around him. It's subarctic conditions. There's a storm whipped up. He's got sort of all manner of people in his face, and he is just unflappable. Things go off where they don't happen on time and in a well thought out manner, and he just is able to roll with the punches and blue steel the entire time. And I'm not a fan of most of his work because he deals with that top 40 realm where I don't know. Just my immediate reaction to the most of the music that he's involved with and talks about is just vomitous. I can't suppress the gag reflex when it comes to that sort of thing. But man, as a broadcaster, credit where credit is due. That guy is one of the best at what he does. Wouldn't you say, Funkhauser?
All right, you've convinced me.
Yeah, we hate to admit it, but it's true. This could be your dream job. This could absolutely be your dream job. If you're the kind of single dude who thinks of dream jobs as guy who oils up Hawaiian Tropics models or photographer for Jugs magazine, this is for you. A company in Germany is looking to hire a new brothel tester. See, prostitution, legal and regulated in Germany, so it's all legit. Bear that in mind next time everybody tells you how free we are in America. Really? Can you have sex with a prostitute while doing decriminalized drugs in front of a cop? You can't? Oh,